Hey, welcome back to Stark Reality Garage. If you're a garage guy and you work on your cars, tools are your lifeblood. You love tools, and I like tools as well. Fortunately, I've got kind of a small garage, just a Northern Virginia two-car garage, which is on the small side. You can't work on things without tools. And one of the things I really enjoy doing is going to estate auctions and seeing if I can score some tools. And I've gotten some good deals over the years, and they don't come up every day, but there's been two of them this summer that I've gone to. One was a big body shop that was going out of business, and the other one was a small guy who had a two-car shop in his backyard, and he had done auto repair and apparently had passed away. So I'm selling everything in his shop, and I've made some good deals there. It was really, really hot that day, and that cut down the number of people, and people were ready to just let things go. So sometimes things go a little expensive, and you got to watch yourself. You can't get caught up in the moment, but I figured I'd show you some of the stuff that I picked up. I have to admit that I have a soft spot for tool restoration videos on YouTube, and at the shop I went to, the auto shop, they had a whole bunch of these, and well, they had a bunch of jack stands, but they only had one set of these, and luckily I got them. These are definitely old. I don't know how old. I haven't really been able to figure out. They're made by Badger, and they have their pins. And this one I started to clean up a little bit, and then I haven't been able to get back to it, so just picked up a little surface rust. But this is the way they came, and they are solid, weigh a lot, but they also pin up really nice and high. So I'm going to refinish these and do them up real nice, and they're nice and tall, which work great with the Jeep. So I'm excited about those. I paid $25 for that set of antique jack stands. I also picked up another set of jack stands. I thought these were a little taller than the one in the middle is just the ones I've always had for a long time, little 3 tons. I thought these were a little taller. They're not really any taller. So I got an extra set of jack stands. These ones I only paid, I think, $15 for. So not a big deal. And they come in handy for things when you're working on stuff. The other thing I picked up, they had a ton of these air hose reels with the air hose. Now they had a bunch of them. This one worked was one of the better working ones, although the hose is a little beat up on the end. I don't think it leaks, but that I haven't figured out a spot to mount that yet. I haven't really set it up. I've got my compressor back there in the corner, and really I just roll up the hose, as you can see on the ground there, and work from there. But this should make it a lot easier. I'm not sure if I'm going to mount it up on the wall, like right there, and just pull it out, or if I'm going to mount it on the ceiling. I just haven't decided, so one of these days I'll figure it out, but that was $25. So 25 bucks for this. I'm pretty happy. These things are pretty expensive, and it's got all the hose in it, so I was real happy about that. So as I mentioned, that was from the auto shop. Then I went to the other gentleman's shop and found a few good things. This is a Baldor 3rd horsepower grinder, and it's got a wire brush on it. And like I said, I really like the tool restoration videos. I've been watching those, and I've got a few different things I picked up, but this is something I just didn't have. I don't know where to put it at the moment, so I still got to find a spot, but definitely this is going to be something I'm going to clean up, get looking pretty again, and it runs just fine, so that's not a problem. But something I didn't have and I've been looking for, and yes, this was only $5. So a nice Baldor 1/3 of a horsepower grinder brand new is a lot of money. I was happy about that. $5. These I picked up. These both are Ridge, rigid. These are both rigid wrenches. One's at 18 and one's at 24, and they're in fine shape. There's nothing really wrong with them. They're obviously used and worn. I had just one pipe wrench, a little smaller one. So I thought, well, I'll grab them. I think I'll refinish these as well and paint them up, make them look good. I mean, these rigid ones are about, I think this one's about 40 and this one's about 30. Might be 50 for that one, for the 24. But yeah, $5. So pretty good score there. These 3 items were all in a batch. And I've been looking for a new soldering gun. I've got an old pen style one. Never seems to heat up enough. So I've been looking for another one. I thought, I didn't really know what this was, but I was like, I need one. We'll see what happens. it was a whole, all these three things together. Nobody wanted them. Saber saw and a drill in this, and so I gave them $5 for the batch. This is a wall, and they still make these brand new. They're $75, and it heats up instantaneously. Now the tip is not in great shape, so I'm gonna have to rework the tip a little bit, make sure that it's working well. It even has the original bulb inside, and the bulb works. Cord's a little beat up, but a new cord's like $5, so we'll record that. This drill, there's no markings on it at all, no clue what it is. The casing's broke, so this one's not really worth anything. It does work, and it seems pretty heavy, so it might be good for mixing buckets of paint or whatever, I don't know, something like that, or I may just toss it, I don't know. Now this though, this saber saw is pretty slick. This thing runs like a sewing machine, and it is a Black & Decker number 11 Jigsaw. This is a really, really old Black & Decker Jigsaw, and it runs like a charm. And what's great is it still has the plastic handle on top. So I've seen them go on eBay now when I looked it up without the handle on top for almost $100. So paid $5 for the three. I'm going to record this. Obviously the guy just kind of put an extension cord on it. But I'll record that one and probably sell it, clean it up a little bit and then sell it. And then one thing that I was really looking for, always hunting for tools for the Jeep, things like that. So they had this big lot of open-ended with sockets. And it was just this gigantic lot. All of these that you see in here are all the same style. So these ones, some people look at me, were paying attention. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of Mac. There's S&K, there's Proto, and there is there's also Snap-on in here. So, and there's some junk ones. There's some just junk stuff in there too, some Iwan stuff. So $65 for the set. You know, like and there's a full set of Mac in there. They're all standards, and I'm going to clean these up and see. So they're, you know, they're all junky, just used from sitting around, but they all in good shape. They're all straight. So I'm going to clean them up, and I'll probably sell some of the 2s and 3s that I've got of some of the different ones. Maybe on eBay or some other, maybe on Craigslist, something like that. Make my money back. But I paid $65 for the whole lot. Guy kind of ran it up. I will get an entire set of Mac out of it, so I'm pretty happy about that. So some fun stuff. You can definitely find fun stuff. And this is one thing that I picked up for a couple bucks. Nobody was interested. It's Mac Tools, and it's a thermometer. So it's not very big, but it was a couple of bucks, and mostly I thought, oh hey, I do want to know how hot it gets in this garage. So I'll put this on the wall. It's kind of it was obviously a little promo piece, but a couple of bucks, and you can't even find them like this anymore. So so just another little fun piece that I picked up at the auction. So when it comes to going to the things, you got to be disciplined and kind of have a sense of what it is that you need, if you need stuff or if you want to resell stuff. There were a number of other things at that auction that had some real potential for reselling. There were some cabinets and some antique cabinets I really wanted to get, but some other guys knew how much they were worth and were willing to run them up, and I wasn't going to resell them. I was just going to use them, so I bailed out. But you can find some great deals at those. I find the listings here in Virginia. Auction Zip is a website that has all of the auctions here in this area, and gives you great listings. Other areas, I know Auction Zip isn't really used everywhere, but you may find some great ways to find them. And if you pay attention to what's in them, you can find some great deals on really good stuff to fix up your shop, or to turn around and then sell, or fix up and keep as antiques. All fun stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed it. It's one of my pastimes outside of working on the cars, and so good luck shopping at or hunting at the auctions, and we'll be back with some more car stuff soon. Thanks. See ya.